Relationships are fucked up and dysfunctional right now because of lack of awareness. You know, and it is on both parties, both the man and the woman. We are not aware of ourselves. As we are just moving on autopilot, we are moving on a template that has been there, and as we are just copying it. We are not aware of how things have evolved. We are not aware of how the social setup has actually really changed. Or if we are aware, we don't want to accept that change. You know, because as a woman, why would a man convince you to be their girl? You as a woman, because it is up to the woman to choose a suitable mate for her. It is not up to the man to choose you and come and convince you to be theirs. It is up to you as a woman right now in this day and era to choose a suitable mate for you. And we are seeing that happening naturally. If you go to clubs, for those men who think you're going to club to chipo a woman, by the time you're going to chipo that woman had already noticed you and made herself available to you. It's not you that you have good reason or nini, now then you went and chipoed. That woman had already noticed you. So if that's the case, right now, if we know that's basically how the system, the social setup is working right now. So you as a woman, you've identified the man that you want. The next thing, don't just make yourself available just because you've seen a man that you like. Do some research on that man. That man might be financially broke. That man might be mentally unstable. That man might be emotionally unstable or emotionally immature. But you are just going for what? For the presentation. That's why you're seeing most of the relationships, they'll be like, oh, you know, when we met, he had money, he had a good job, he had all this blah, 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 and then things just went south. And you're like, how long was this? Oh, it has been maybe 2 years or 3 years. So all this time you've been taking care of this man. What's his step? Oh, you know, he's been trying. You didn't do your research on that man. Now you are having a man who you have to be their mom. Because if at one point you had money, which you worked on that money, if at one point you had money, and then now you've become broke, you have a template of getting that money. It doesn't mean rich people don't go broke. Rich people go broke, but they recover. So a man being broke, so long as a man has a vision, so long as a man has a plan, then being broke is not a problem, because they will recover. But now here you are having a man who at one point was love bombing you. At one point, this man was spoiling you with everything. Money and all that. A lifestyle. Then at one point, this person doesn't have that lifestyle. Where did that lifestyle go? You didn't do your research on this man. This man targeted you. The moment you went, he was like, okay, now, hii ya kwanza first impression, let me play my game. So that once ameingia box, let me convince her that I am that man she needs in her life. A man convincing a woman to be their woman, or to be their girlfriend, or to be their wife, that is a very that is a manipulative tactic. A man is not supposed to convince you. You as a woman, you're supposed to see that. You're supposed to research on that. So that if this woman ticks all your boxes, then he would have won you over. And when a man wins you over, that's when you make yourself available. For them, they don't even know you are doing all these things. Trust me, till to date, most men always think they are the ones who go and chipo a woman. They think they are the one who actually notice a woman. To date. But it's the woman who notices you, then she makes herself available. Why are we having single mothers? It's because you as a woman, you noticed a fake personality, or you fell in love with the first impression. You didn't do any work beyond that. You didn't do any research beyond that. Then now you are ending up with a boy in the name of a man. Now you have to be his mom. Before you know it, there's some resentment in your relationship. It's all dysfunctional. There is no communication. You people can't communicate. Why? Because you didn't do your research and realize this man is not emotionally stable. You start complaining how broke this man, because you didn't do your research that this man doesn't have a vision. So what were you going to support? What were you going to follow? You as a woman. You start blaming, oh, this man, oh, he's a deadbeat dad. By the time you were with him, while he was convincing you that he will take care of you, was he taking care of himself? What type of lifestyle was he living? Was he capable? So there's that part of accountability. You as a woman, you have to be accountable of the mate you choose. Because at the end of the day, who's going to get pregnant? It's you. Who is going to be left with the kids? It's you. So as a woman, choose a man, identify a man, do some research on that man. You know, if you've seen, let's say you've seen a man that impresses you, do some research on that man before you make yourself available to that man. If they don't tick your boxes, don't make yourself available. Let them be. Bro, it is okay to be single. It doesn't mean when you're single you have to date. No. And then now you go to the men. A man, why are you convincing a woman to be your girlfriend? It means you can't afford that woman. Now you have to convince her. You have to bargain with her. You're there, you're like, hey, you know what? I know this is what you want, but I can be this. I can be this. What is this? Why are you now compromising her standards? Why don't you go fucking work on yourself? Then, by the time you see a woman making herself available to you, you have to be stable enough, both mentally, financially, and emotionally. You have to be stable enough for you to take a responsibility. Because when you're taking this woman, remember, you're going in there as a leader. You're going in there as a protector. You're going in there as a provider. Can you tick all those boxes? If you can't tick all those boxes, then you don't need to enter a relationship. But it doesn't matter how much that woman makes herself available to you. Don't convince her that you are that man she wants. Be truthful to yourself and you'll be truthful to her. You're like, hey, you know what? I'm not ready for this shit. You know, we can hear it and go. You can hear it and go, but we can't do a commitment. I can't afford you. I can't be responsible for you, leave alone if maybe something happens, we get a child. You alone, I can't be responsible for you. So all that comes from awareness. Once there's awareness, we hold ourselves accountable. Once you start holding yourself accountable, then you won't be rushing into things prematurely. As a woman, you won't just be rushing to a man just because you're interested in that man. No, you'll have to do some work because you're bringing in a man who's supposed to, you know, to lead you. You're bringing in a man who's supposed to protect you, to pamper you, baby girl. This side, on this other side of a man, you're not supposed just to go for any chick who is available to you and then start a commitment. Bruh, approach life based on what you can afford. Approach life based on what is within your means. Be aware enough to know what to work on and what not to. When you are aware enough, at least if you know you are not emotionally stable, then you'll work on your emotional stability. If you know you're not financially stable, then you'll work on your financial stability. But as a man, you should always have a vision. You should always, have a plan. A man with a vision, bruh, you will get the women. But a man without a vision, you will get the women and it won't be sustainable. Utakuwa unakuliwa tu, then you come out here crying, oh, these women are hoes. No, you are broke. Or you are a child. Oh, these women are not loyal. No, it is you who is not loyal to yourself. You want to come out here, convince someone that you are certain, you are a man, and yet you haven't been, you haven't attained that status yet. You haven't worked on yourself. So my people, heal. Relationship is about awareness. You as an individual, if you are entering a relationship, you too have to be aware of yourselves. So if you as a lady, you're entering a relationship with a man who's broke, then it has to make sense. Maybe the man has a vision and you want to support that vision, and that vision makes sense to you. But you are entering a relationship with a man who's broke just because they have a good heart and they don't have a vision, where are you people going to? And you as a man, if you are financially broke, if you are emotionally unstable, if you are mentally unstable, how are you going to take care of a woman, leave alone a child? You know, so if you are to enter into a relationship when you know you are emotionally unstable, then it is something both of you need to be aware. And now you want to heal together in a relationship based on awareness. There's no manipulation, there's no nothing. So my people, heal. Heal, don't just jump into relationships, and then when they're fucked up, you come out here complaining, oh, these men are dogs, oh, these women are hoes. Where are you holding yourself accountable to end up with a dog? Where are you holding yourself accountable to end up with a hoe? My people, heal.